Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to today's show. Welcome. This is episode 206. Labeling today's show, natural herbs versus modern medicines. Which is better, guys? You know, I decided to do an episode tied to this topic. You know, just what we're seeing today. Especially in today's society. You know, we're seeing a lot of misinformation, on both angles, whether it's holistic medicine. There I go. I have to say that correctly, right? Natural herbs, whether it's, medical marijuana or just different types of herbs that are natural, right? In my opinion, good for your body, without a doubt. And then we also have criticism for the modern medicines. Which, I mean, to be honest with you guys, some of this medicine, that's being offered today, we don't know what the hell's in it. So that's what we're going to be talking about on the podcast today, coming out on Unfiltered with Michael Gardner here, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, both our podcast Facebook page, the Patriot Angle Podcast, as well as our group page, private group page, Patriot Unfiltered Nation. So whoever's joining in, thank you very much. I'm going to wait for Facebook to send out those notifications. Come on in. It's open forum on the podcast here tonight. Love to see your comments coming in, whether it's on YouTube, our YouTube channel, the Patriot Angle Podcast, or on Facebook or the group page. So don't be shy. Don't be bashful. Send in those comments. Love to see them. Love to see your concerns, possibly, if you have any, and your questions. Because guys, we're battling a lot of crap today in society. So, with that being said, guys, let's get the show started, huh? Now, what should we start off the show with? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about natural herbs. How they benefit your body, and how they balance out our society, right? And yes, later in the show, I will be talking about modern medicine. For those who prefer modern medicine over natural herbs, hey, to each his own. That's your opinion. You're allowed to hold that opinion. But let's get the show started, guys, huh? For those who have been following me for a while here on the podcast, thank you very much. The podcast is growing, guys. It is growing. And I love to see the following being built up. It's great. Got a really good following. got a good following on our affiliation sites that we're affiliated with, U.S. Freedom Fighters. A lot of content that we express on that page. Thank you very much, Brad and Jerry, the founders of U.S. Freedom Fighters, for allowing us to express our content on their page. Guys, I don't say this, or I might have not said this enough on the podcast, but it's always great that you have affiliation sites, or a lot of people come to call on it affiliation sites. With this type of content that a lot of people depend on, and I'll admit any day of the week, I depend on that. U.S. Freedom Fighters, I mean, they help us a lot here on the show, and I'm sure we do the same on theirs, with spreading the word. So thank you very much, Brad and Jerry of U.S. Freedom Fighters. Means a lot. Speaking of U.S. Freedom Fighters, did anybody catch the show? A few episodes back, I had Jerry on the show. Jerry and I were discussing natural phenomenon, right? Whether it would be wildfires or windstorms or dust storms or anything in that nature. We went into detail on the wildfires that basically been, attacking, so to speak, and bracing its mother nature of threats in the Alabama, Huntsville area, that region there. A lot of wildfires coming out of that area. We touched on that. To be honest with you guys, it turned out to be a really, really good show. Jerry got into a lot of the content on that show, which was great. So thank you very much, Jerry. Always welcome back on the show. But with that and foremost, guys, let's get into today's show. Episode 206 on Unfiltered with Michael Gardner. Guys, I want to plug in this video here of just basically what's going on with the vaccines. And you're going to say, what does this have to do with the topic? It has a lot to do with a lot of it, guys. A lot. So check this out, guys.
Senate voting yesterday to continue funding the government through March 11th, thus avoiding a government shutdown. The bill even garnering the support of 19 Senate Republicans. For the details, Senate White House correspondent John Gizzi is live at the White House. John.
Bob, 19 Republican senators voted to keep the government funded and keep it running. However, in the process, they also voted to continue the vaccine mandates that the Biden administration champions and which the conservative grassroots of their party oppose. What's interesting about this list of 19 is that it not only includes Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, no favorite of the grassroots, but some definitely right-of-center senators. John Kennedy of Louisiana, Marco Rubio of Florida, Rubio facing a difficult re-election this year, as well as the more moderate GOP Solons, Murkowski of Alaska, Susan Collins of Maine, and Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia. In addition, 4 other Republican senators didn't even bother to show up for the vote. Burr of North Carolina, Romney of Utah, Graham of South Carolina, and Jim Inhofe of Oklahoma, the Sooner State senator being considered in most conservative ratings the most conservative senator of all. Clearly, this vote does not please the grassroots, who are adamant against the vaccine mandates, and certainly these Republican members are going to hear a lot from their traditional supporters. Back to you, Bob.
Yeah, John, we're going to talk more about that topic in just a moment, but I did want to give you a second. Jim Hagedorn, a congressman, has passed at a very young age, by the way, and I know you were friends.
Yes, certainly was. I've known Jim Hagedorn since he was a teenager when he decided he wanted to be a congressman, just like his dad, former Congressman Tom Hagedorn of Minnesota. He made it on his 4th try. Jim Hagedorn never gave up at anything. He was voting against the infrastructure bill and denouncing the Build Back Better bill from his hospital bed in the Mayo Clinic, all the while texting Newsmax, and right up to the very end, in a 3-year battle with cancer, he was fighting. I think the best words that could be said about him were those that were said about Theodore Roosevelt when he died, also at age 59. He had to die in his sleep because if he had been awake, death would have had a fight on its hands. Back to you.
Well put, John. Thank you very much. Sorry for your loss. As John was just reporting, before the Senate approved to continue funding the government, 2 anti-mandate amendments were defeated with GOP help. Senator Ted Cruz's amendment to prohibit federal funds to schools that enforce vaccine mandates for children lost 49-44. Republicans Susan Collins, Roy Blunt voted with the Democratic Senators Richard Burr, Lindsey Graham, Mitt Romney, James Inhofe. They didn't even show up to vote. Those 4 also didn't vote for Senator Mike Lee's amendment that would prohibit funding for vaccine mandates. Overall, the amendment was shot down by 1 vote. The failure to pass these 2 amendments leaves some to wonder why the party refused to defeat those mandates. Here to discuss, Washington congressional candidate and retired Army Special Forces officer Joe Kent. Joe, I'm wondering if there's a justification. Now, I haven't heard that maybe they were voting because they don't want to start playing politics with school funds. I don't know if that was it. Why do you think that they went against this, which I don't know if I'm reading the country wrong, but a lot of people to the right of center are tired of these mandates?
Really, I don't care what the reason was for voting to stop these draconian, unconstitutional, and immoral mandates. They have no excuse, and they need to feel the consequences. This is one of the greatest infringements on our rights that we've had. We've continued to stay on the slippery slope. Now, thanks to the grassroots effort to let people know how unacceptable this is, we're making even the Democrat leadership lift up from these. However, we need Republicans to stand in the breach and defend us. And any Republican who refuses to defend us against these vaccine mandates, against mask mandates, and isn't ready to play hardball and withhold funding, they simply don't belong in our party, and they don't deserve our support.
And you know, Joe, one of the things that gets me is at least show up. I mean, to not show up, I disagree with the vote, but I'll respect the people that show up and cast the vote. And those members of Congress who did not show up to cast a vote, that they think that's the easy way out. I'm not sure that will age well.
You know, I certainly hope not, but this just shows the way that the establishment, that they think. They just want to make the corporate donor class happy. Like the woman that I'm running against, Jamie Herrera Butler, she said nothing about these vaccine mandates because she's taking money from Big Pharma. I'd imagine if you dug into the FEC reports of the ones that didn't even bother to show up or the ones that voted against it, you would find money coming from Big Pharma, coming from other special interest groups. That means they don't have to be accountable to the American people. They're relying simply on the donor class of the Beltway and of Wall Street. And it's time for the base to act accordingly. Stop giving money to the GOP and only give to individual candidates that are actually fighting to defend our rights.
Yeah, that's an interesting point you're making. If you follow the money, as they always say, follow the money. Maybe that explains it.
Yeah, follow the money, guys. Did you hear that? You know, I decided to plug that sound bit, that video clip into today's podcast. Pretty lengthy, right? Guys, you know, 19 GOP Republicans, right? 19. There was only like 2 of them that voted against it. Some pretty big names. Lindsey Graham, Mitt Romney, all not voting for it. There was only 2 that voted against it. Where the hell has our GOP party gone? This is total crap. Total crap. Get the handbasket out, everybody. Put the crap in the handbasket. It's time to end this crap. And this is going to tie into exactly what our topic is about today. Exactly what our topic is about today. About natural herbs versus modern medicines. Which is better? Do you think that these vaccines are better for your body? I'm going to get a little heated on this show. So if it bothers you, By all means, maybe this is not the show for you. But do you think that these modern medicines, these jabs, these, first of all, unconstitutional jabs, are good for your health? Do you think that? Because if you do, please, keep on drinking the Kool-Aid effect. Keep drinking that Kool-Aid. Because the common sense folks, the patriots, the conservatives out there, what's left to us, we're not drinking the Kool-Aid. We're walking away from it, pal, because we understand. We understand that it's all crap. They're pushing these vaccines like they're giving out candy on Halloween. Jesus Christ, man. Now, for those who's joining in on the live feed, thank you very much. I do see one coming out of YouTube. Thank you very much. Oh, I guess he left. Or was it? Yeah. But thank you very much for coming in. Do appreciate the support. But for those who's joining in on the live feed, thank you very much. Streaming live on YouTube and also on social media, Facebook, and our group page, Patriot Unfiltered Nation. So thank you very much for tuning in. Guys, let's see those comments. Bring the comments in here. Want to see the comments here. I just want to see. I want to see who's in support of this crap. Because I'm sure, I sure as hell don't support this crap. I don't support these unconstitutional vaccines that the vaccines are great for your body. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're so great for my body. Why all of a sudden are we seeing now, and it's surfacing on the internet? They can't hide it, folks. You look all over the internet. You see people developing blood clots from these things. You see people, developing, some side effects from the vaccines, a week, sometimes a couple days after it, depending on their body, how their body reacts to it. Because, your body is not the same as the person next to you. It's going to react differently. We all understand that. The human anatomy is an amazing machine. Don't get me wrong. But we all react to, medications and vaccines differently from the next. But it's surfacing the internet. They're praising the hell out of this crap. Oh, it's so good for you. You can protect yourself and this and that. Okay. You want us to get this vaccine against this deadly virus. Supposedly, it's the most deadliest virus known to man. So if these vaccines are so effective, why are people getting sick from them? Why? Oh, I know why. Maybe because the spike proteins, there's a lot of so-called dangerous side effects to them. Oh, did they tell you that? Oh, I bet not. I bet not, right? Go ahead. Go to Walgreens right now and ask the pharmacist if you could see the medical insert to these vaccines. Go ahead. You have an amendment. You have a right as an American citizen to question anything medical, anything in the medical scene. You have a constitutional right to question anybody about it. Go ahead. I dare you. Go to Walgreens, go to CVS, go to all the big pharmaceutical companies, big pharma, right? Go to them and ask them about the medical insert. Guys, you know what you're going to find, right? A blank piece of paper, because the fucking thing is blank. It's blank. Go ahead. There was a lady not too long ago that, believe it or not, she went to, I think it was like Walgreens or CVS or something like that. This was like last year, I believe in the month of between like September to like October of last year of 2021. And she went to, her local Walgreens as a concerned patriotic citizen. And she questioned the pharmacist. She says, "Hi, do you have the medical insert to the vaccine?" And he says, yes, I do. And she's like, can I see it? The video surfaced. It went viral on the internet. I'm not sure if they pulled it. Most likely they did. But yeah, it went viral on the internet completely. I mean, it was crazy. Where, you know, how many views it got. I mean, it reached a lot of different people. But I tried looking it up the other day, and I'm not sure if it, you know, if they pulled it, because I can't find it anymore. Most likely, you know, the tyrants there in San Francisco Valley there, San Francisco, you know, the technology capital of the country in California, they probably pulled the video because of COVID misinformation, right? They censored it. They didn't want the truth out there. No, they don't want people understanding the dangerous side effects of this type of medication that's out there today. Every type of medication is dangerous. I've been telling people for years, there are more cancerous ingredients in modern medicine than there are in natural herbs. You know, there is. I mean, you go look at it. There are more dangerous. I'll say it again. I don't care if I'm repeating myself or I sound like a broken record. There are more dangerous side effects and ingredients in this modern medicine that we have today in America than anywhere else. Most of this medicine, guys, most of this medicine, you know, is being made from, you know, companies in China, right? Yeah, all of a sudden we're going to start believing Chinese, right? You know, with the medicine. Yeah, I mean, you know, look at the bottle. Look at the capsule. Most of it doesn't even say made in America. It's made in Taiwan, made in China, you know, made in these, you know, other countries. I mean, you know, you tend to ask yourself at the end of the day, I mean, do we trust other countries making this type of medication? I sure as hell don't. I'd rather take natural herbs or no medicine at all, you know. I'd rather live a natural lifestyle, have a natural immune system, rather than putting drugs into my body. You know, you wonder why people get so sick today. I mean, you do. Yeah, I mean, you could question yourself, like, you know, these people get so sick today, you know, from medicine, and then they wonder by the time they're 60 or 70 years old, you know, their bodies are so shot, so fragile, worn down, they develop more colds or flu like symptoms or you know, different types of respiratory illnesses, because the body's shot, folks, from, you know, popping pills their whole life. Which, don't get me wrong, guys, you know, I understand sometimes people need to pop that pill, you know, in order to live somewhat of a sustained life, right? I understand that. Okay, I'm not trying to attack anything on that angle. I do understand that. But what I don't understand is why people are so quick to pop that Tylenol or pop that aspirin for a simple thing like a headache. You know? Why would you put a drug in your body to get rid of I mean, are you that stubborn as a person? Like, seriously, ask yourself that question. Are you really that stubborn as a person to pop that pill, you know, because you don't want to feel like dealing with a headache for like 20 or 30, 40 minutes? Folks, there's so many different natural ways to get rid of that headache rather than popping that aspirin or that Tylenol. There's so many natural ways, natural teas, natural elements, remedies. I mean, you know, a lot of people, you know, question like medical marijuana. Is that safe? Is it effective? There's a lot of criticism on that. A lot of studies show that medical marijuana has a lot of benefits behind it. A lot. I mean, it's not the, you know, cure to end all, but I mean, it helps, it controls a lot, and it's more natural. A lot of studies show that medical marijuana, even marijuana cannabis to itself is very natural. You know, they use it on animals when animals seize up. You know, they have seizures. Yes, animals do have seizures, folks. And studies show that, you know, if you blow marijuana even into a dog's face, it basically controls or literally stops the seizure to begin with. And it's sad too, because, you know, big pharma and the media will literally plug and promote the benefits of modern medicine. Oh, they're the greatest thing on earth, and this and that, and oh, it's so good for your body, and oh boy, you know, but are they doing it for the natural herbs, the natural medicine? No, they could care less about it. They'd rather have you go to the store and buy a thing of Tylenol versus going to a store and getting holistic medicine, natural medicine. Now, I get it, folks. Natural medicine is always more expensive than regular medicine. I get it. You know, and there's a convenience level right there. I do understand. I do understand it. There's a convenience level of getting, you know, modern medicine over natural medicine, you know, because of the price tag. I get it. I understand it. Not everybody can afford it. But at the end of the day, would you rather spend those extra couple of bucks on natural medicine versus modern medicine? Because by the end of the day, folks, look what you're doing to your body with this crap, with this modern medicine. Look what you're doing. You're breaking down the elements in your body. The antibodies. People are wondering why they get sick more than another person. Well, what'd you put in your body for the last 20, 30, 40 years? I mean, does this make sense, folks? I mean, seriously, does it make sense? I hope it does. Because it's all common sense. You know, common sense. I tell people, common sense is the cure for anything in this world. It truly is, folks. Common sense will, I mean, it will, it'll cure anything. It really will. But, you know, what else could we do, right? Guys, I got a lot more on this topic here. I want to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Hulu has live TV? Hulu has live sports?
They do.
Hulu has live news?
That is correct. And Hulu also has
live talent show.
It also has over 75 live channels.
Flip like cable, stream like Hulu. Time to have Hulu plus live TV.
Patriot Unfiltered Raw. Alrighty, guys, back to the show of shows. Yes, we are streaming live on YouTube as well as Facebook, which, guys, this will be formatted into its audio podcast on Spotify, Google, and Apple shortly after we're done with the live streaming. So, guys, with that being said, we're talking about here on episode 206, labeling natural herbs versus modern medicines, which is better for your body. You know, on this show here, February 18th, 2022, guys, we're, you know, like, I've always been a fan here of natural herbs. I believe it's great for your body. I believe there's a lot of key benefits of it. You know, and all in all, at the end of the day, you start feeling better. I feel a hell of a lot better, you know, with the natural herbs, you know, and just literally living a daily balanced lifestyle off of it. You know, with natural herbs or natural remedies, you know, such as vitamins and others for your body, which is great. You know, I can get into vitamins here on the show if anybody want to question vitamins. I mean, I take vitamins. You know, I take vitamins every single day. I take some energy vitamins, which are also good for your body. The natural ones, not the, you know, the chemical, you know, induced vitamins, because a lot that, you know, I have to stop it right there. You know, there's a lot of confusion with vitamins, you know, what's good for your body, what's not. There is a difference with vitamins. Now, you do have what's called chemical induced vitamins, and then you also have what's called natural vitamins. Now, the natural vitamins are going to ring you a little bit more on the price tag, right? Because, I mean, that's the society we live in, right? Everything that's usually good for you always costs more in the long run, which, I mean, it's always been like that. To be honest with you, I'd rather spend an extra $8 or $10 on natural vitamins versus the chemical crap, you know, that's on the shelves, the name brand crap. You know what I mean? I would. I'd rather do that, folks, because I know that by spending that extra price on that vitamin, I know what I'm putting in my body. You know, I want the natural zinc. I want the natural vitamin C. I want the B12s. You know, everything that I just mentioned right now. All that is excellent for your body, and that's what belongs in your body to live, you know, a balanced lifestyle. I mean, that's my personal opinion. You know, you take it to the bank if you want it. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, we're talking about on the show today, just what the hell is good for you? You know, I mean, what is good for your body and what's not? Well, I can tell you what's not good for your body. The fast food, right? Right? You want to get into that? Well, let's do some spin-offs here on this show, right? Spin-offs! All right? You know, let's do some spin-offs. Like, what's bad for your body? Well, going to McDonald's, going to the fast food joints, putting grease in your body. That shit is terrible for you. Terrible. Don't get me wrong, a nice little juicy burger is good. Once in a blue. But not on a 5-day period. Yes, I understand. Mike, we're Americans. You go ahead. Go ahead. But don't come to me at the end of the day telling me I feel groggy and bloated and my stomach hurts and this and that. Because I don't want to hear it. Now, you know, I question myself sometimes, and I wonder, you know, are we ever going to get a point where, as a society, we're going to become more of a naturalized society? It's too late for that. There's always hope. Don't get me wrong. There's always hope. There's always that part of us that we could get there. We could live more naturally. We could have more of a natural type of society where we live healthier lifestyles. We eat correctly. We stop depending on big pharma and big time commercials that plug the hell out of these names, right? These big medicine names, Tylenol and aspirins and all this other anti-fake natural, or I can't say natural, right? I'm going overboard. I'm getting a little heated, guys. But you know, the fake antibiotics. People seem to love those. The antibiotics, right? What about natural antibiotics? Oh, that's a big one, huh? You don't see big media talking about that. Natural antibiotics. What are they? Well, you can find them right in your backyard. Different types of plants, right? Whether they're leaves, they're aloe. Aloe is a big one. Ever use aloe? I love aloe. You could find it growing naturally in the state of Florida and other subtropical parts of the country and the world. Aloe works like wonders. It's considered an antibiotic. A lot of people don't realize that. Actually is. Pretty good. Take some aloe. Take the aloe frond, if you know, the more natural term to it. Cut it off. Basically, when you cut it off, you could basically take a peeler and peel it off, put it on a plate, and literally rub it on your leg, your arm, any part of your body, that's sore. Maybe you have a bruise or something. You can put that aloe right on your leg or right on your arm where the bruise is. I'm telling you, folks, it works. Works like wonders. I love natural aloe. You'll never see me buy a bottle of aloe in the store. Never. I don't want that crap. That crap's not real. I'd rather have the real stuff. But wherever I'm at, I love to jog, and sometimes, I'm jogging, or I might have, ran across a little mild form of poison ivy. Rub the aloe on it. Works like wonders. It relieves the itch. Stop buying that crap in the store. Because it's convenient, right? $1 for something that doesn't even freaking work. Is it helping your body? No. I can tell you what's helping. The company that you're buying it from. You're enriching them. You're not enriching your body. That brings me to another point. The stuff that we have in our bodies, folks, are we enriching our bodies with this? No, we're not. We're not. We're enriching them. We're enriching Big Pharma for the convenience that they're providing. Because, mark my words, folks, they're providing convenience to all of Americans because they keep the prices low. And it's such a great marketing scheme. Because it's one big scheme, folks. They keep the prices low in order to keep the clients happy. And it's always been like that. Always been like that. And it's going to continue being like that. One of the biggest institutes in the country is Big Pharma. Biggest institutes in the country. So as I'm going to close this show out here, guys, remember, everybody looking for those New Year resolutions. Well, let's start a New Year's resolution. Let's start living healthier lifestyles. And if we can live healthier lifestyles, guys, you're going to live a happier, simpler life. It's just your choice. So with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in to today's Unfiltered. And as always, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Remember, 2 more days, guys, will be the release of my book, Can America Survive After Biden? Exclusively on Amazon Kindle. Get your copy today, guys, on February 20th. See you on the next one, guys.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.